The world stands on the brink of a new era, a time when technology, once a tool in the hands of a few, has the potential to shape the lives of billions. We are living in an age where the power of innovation and the strength of belief will collide, determining the future of our civilization. As we stand at the crossroads of possibility, the question is no longer whether we can keep up with the rapid pace of change, but whether we can lead with purpose, vision, and the ideals that have always defined the West. In this new world, the West finds itself facing challenges like never before, challenges that are technological, but deeply human. The once unwavering foundations of military might, economic power, and political influence must now be complemented by something even more powerful: belief. A belief in the potential of humanity, in the values that have sustained us, and in the future we can create together. This script is not just a call to action, it is a reminder that the future is not something that happens to us, it is something we create. And it begins with the belief that the technological republic, where hard power and soft belief converge, is not just a dream. It is a responsibility. It is a chance for all of us to shape the world we want to live in. In the world we live in today, where technology shapes every aspect of our lives, the very core of what we believe and what we stand for as individuals and as a society has begun to shift. We stand at the crossroads of a future that is both exhilarating and intimidating, a future where our actions will determine the trajectory of not only our lives but the destiny of our civilization. This is the age of the technological republic, the age where hard power meets soft belief, where the fusion of science, innovation, and humanity will either propel us into greatness or leave us to flounder in the shadows of what could have been. In this moment, we must ask ourselves, what does the future of the West look like? What will be the legacy we leave behind for the generations to come? Technology, for all its wonders, is not a neutral force. It is shaped by the values we choose to embed within it, the ideologies we choose to uphold. The West, once the beacon of progress, freedom, and democracy, now finds itself facing new challenges, challenges that are technological in nature but deeply rooted in the human heart. In this new world, the hard power of military might, economic dominance, and political influence must be tempered by something more intangible, something more enduring, the soft belief in the power of our collective will. We cannot afford to rely solely on the hard power that has defined the West for centuries. As we advance into the technological era, our military strategies, our economic systems, our political structures must adapt to a world where innovation and technological leadership are the new front lines. But more than that, we must understand that the true strength of the West does not lie solely in its might. It lies in its ability to inspire belief, belief in the human spirit, in our capacity for creativity, in our resolve to shape the future we want to see. It is no longer enough to simply have the power to influence others. The world is changing, and the future demands that we lead not only through force but through vision. Through belief. Through a sense of purpose that transcends the mundane. In a world where technology has the power to unite or divide, where it can heal or harm, the West must lead with a belief in its values, its potential, and its role in shaping the future. This is not just about survival, it is about thriving in a world that is rapidly being transformed by forces we can no longer. What does it mean to lead with belief in this? It means understanding that the future is not a fixed outcome but a dynamic creation, something that is shaped by our actions, our choices, and, most importantly, our capacity to inspire others. Believe in the same. We must become more than just consumers of technology, we must become the creators of its. We must move beyond seeing ourselves as passive recipients of progress and take up the mantle of active creators of a new world, a world where technology serves the common good, where it strengthens the bonds of humanity, and where it elevates every individual, not just the powerful. This is the promise of the technological republic, a future where hard power and soft belief converge, where the pursuit of knowledge and innovation goes hand in hand with the pursuit of justice, equality, and freedom. We must recognize that the two are not mutually exclusive but rather interdependent. It is the marriage of the two that will define the future of the West. A future where technology does not just empower the few but uplifts the many, where power is wielded with purpose and with a deep understanding of its potential for both good and harm. In this future, the West will not stand alone. It will be a part of a global movement, a movement toward a world where the greatest power is not military might, but the belief in our shared humanity, in our shared potential to build something greater than ourselves. The future of the West is not about isolation or domination. It is about collaboration, innovation, and the recognition that the strength of a nation lies in the strength of its ideals and the resilience of its people. This is the call to action for every person listening to this message. The future is not something that happens to us. It is something we create. Each one of us has a role to play in this great experiment, this great venture into the unknown. We must challenge ourselves to think bigger, to act with greater purpose, and to believe in a future that is worth fighting for. The West has always been a land of opportunity, of innovation, of progress, but now, more than ever, it must be a land of belief. A belief in the power of technology to bring us closer together, not tear us apart. A belief in the power of human ingenuity to solve the world's greatest challenges. A belief in the power of the individual to make a difference, no matter the odds. This is the future we must create, a future where the hard power of the West is harnessed with wisdom, compassion, and a deep belief in the ideals that have always defined us. So, I ask you now, what do you believe in? What vision of the future do you want to see? The future of the West is not predetermined. It is in our hands. Time is now to step forward with courage, with conviction, and with the belief that we can shape a better world for ourselves and for generations yet to come. Technological Republic is not just a vision for the future, it is a call to action for today. A call to believe, to lead, and to build a future that reflects the very best of who we are. The world is watching. The future is waiting. Time to act is now. Will you rise to the challenge? Will you believe in the power of what we can become? To help shape the future of the West. Technological Republic is here. And it starts with you. Because the future does not wait. It does not pause for hesitation, nor does it slow for the uncertain. It belongs to those who seize it, who dare to believe in something greater than themselves, who understand that history is not written by the passive but by the bold. Every great civilization has stood at a crossroads, moments of challenge, of doubt, of transformation. Some may have faltered. Have risen. The question before us is simple: will we rise? Rise is not merely to survive. It is to thrive, to expand the boundaries of what we thought possible, to push forward when the world would have us retreat. It is to recognize that while hard power can force submission, only belief can inspire loyalty. That while military strength may win battles, only ideas win the war for the soul of a people. And right now, in this moment, we are in a war, not just of weapons, not just of economics, but of vision, of philosophy, of the fundamental values that will define the future of civilization itself. What does it mean to lead in the era of the technological republic? It means more than simply advancing technology. It means shaping it with purpose. It means guiding artificial intelligence not as a tool of control but as a force for empowerment. It means ensuring that automation does not replace the value of human contribution but enhances it. It means standing at the edge of space, not as mere explorers, but as pioneers of a new frontier for all humankind. But above all, it means refusing to cede the narrative of the future. The future is not something dictated by faceless corporations, by distant governments, by silent algorithms. The future belongs to those who dare to imagine it, who dare to build it, who dare to fight for it. And the West, for all its struggles, for all its challenges, for all its imperfections, has always been built on the audacity of belief. The belief that freedom is worth defending. The belief that knowledge is worth pursuing. The belief that innovation is not the enemy of tradition but its natural evolution. And now, at this moment, we must decide whether we will continue that legacy, or whether we will let it slip away into the hands of those who do not share our vision, who do not share our values, who will see technology used not for liberation but for control. Because make no mistake, the world is watching. Other forces, other powers, are rising. They do not ask whether the future will be shaped. They seek only to shape it in their own image. They do not hesitate to wield technology as a means of control, of surveillance, of domination. They understand that the future is a battle of ideas. And the only question that remains is whether we do. To believe in the technological republic is not to place blind faith in technology. It is to place faith in the people who wield it. It is to understand that technology is not destiny, but a tool, one that can either serve humanity or enslave it. It is to accept that the responsibility for the future does not rest in the hands of a few, but in the will of the many. It is to know that every action, every choice, every decision, no matter how small, contributes to the shaping of a world that does not yet exist. And that is why this moment matters. That is why you matter. Because the future is not built in a single day, nor by a single person. It is built in the choices we make every day. It is built in the courage to question, in the willingness to innovate, in the refusal to accept mediocrity as our fate. It is built by those who choose to believe, not just in what is, but in what could be. And so, I ask you again, what do you believe in? Do you believe that the West still has a future? Do you believe that technology can be a force for good? Do you believe that power, when guided by wisdom and conviction, can elevate rather than oppress? Because if you do, then now is the time to act. Now is the time to learn, to grow, to lead. Now is the time to take up the mantle of those who came before us, not just as citizens of nations, but as architects of a new civilization. A civilization not defined by borders, but by ideals. Not driven by fear, but by hope. Not constrained by the past, but propelled by the limitless potential of the future. The technological republic is not a distant dream. It is not a utopian fantasy. It is a reality waiting to be claimed. It is a call waiting to be answered. And it begins, here, now, with us. Will you answer that call? Will you shape the future? Will you rise? Because history is waiting, and history belongs to those who believe. As we stand on the edge of this new era, remember, history is not written by those who wait. It is shaped by those who dare to believe, who dare to lead, who dare to take action. The future of the West, the future of the technological republic, is not a distant dream. It is here. It is now. And it begins with us. So, I leave you with one question: will you rise to the challenge? Will you be a part of shaping the world that lies ahead? The time to act is now. The time to believe is now. Like, share, and subscribe, because the future belongs to those who engage, who think, and who dare to make a difference.